In the fluorescent hum of the Willow Creek Army Base commissary, a storm was brewing. Martha Coleman, a 73-year-old black woman, moved through the aisles with quiet purpose, her faded uniform drawing sneers from younger soldiers. Her jacket, meticulously pressed but worn by time, bore a patch few recognized. When Captain Nathan Harper, a brash officer with a knack for attention, mocked her as a costume-wearing relic, he had no idea he was insulting a combat veteran whose heroism had been buried for decades. That single moment of disrespect would unravel a 45-year-old secret, exposing a mission so sensitive it had been erased from history. Martha's steps were deliberate as she selected a peach, her weathered hand steady despite the whispers around her. Captain Harper, his uniform crisp and his ego crisper, strode over, his voice loud enough to hush the store. "Ma'am, that outfit's older than my mom. You know it's illegal to wear a uniform you didn't earn, right?" The commissary froze. Martha turned, her gaze calm but piercing. "I earned every stitch, Captain," she said softly. Harper scoffed, signaling an MP security. "We've got a problem here." From the cereal aisle, Private Sarah Bennett watched, her stomach twisting. 3 weeks into her first assignment, she knew better than to challenge an officer like Harper. Yet something in Martha's unyielding dignity made her fist clench. As MPs escorted Martha out, Harper's smirk burned into Sarah's memory. Martha, unflinching, adjusted her jacket and walked away, leaving a silence that felt heavier than the insult itself. In her office, Major General Clara Winston, a 45-year-old commander known for her no-nonsense leadership, received the report. Her aide recounted the incident, and Clara's eyes narrowed. They humiliated an elderly woman without checking her ID? Give me a full report in an hour. And I want Harper in here now. Clara had risen through the ranks by trusting her instincts, and something about this felt wrong. She remembered her mentor's words, "The quietest soldiers carry the heaviest burdens." Martha's small apartment in Willow Creek was a haven of order plants on the windowsills, books on military history neatly shelved. In her bedroom, she opened a shoebox, revealing a bronze star, a purple heart, and photos of a younger Martha with soldiers in a jungle. Her old ID, stamped classified 1979, brought memories flooding back: gunfire in Cambodia, dragging wounded men through mud, and orders to stay silent about Operation Shadow Pulse. A knock interrupted her thoughts. Sarah stood at the door, nervous. "Miss Coleman? I'm Private Bennett. I was at the commissary. I'm so sorry I didn't speak up." Martha invited her in, and when Sarah asked why she'd endured the insult, Martha's eyes softened. "I've faced worse storms, child. If you want to help, find out about Firebase Thunder in '79. Major General Clara tasked Master Sergeant Daniel Rivera with digging into Martha's past. In the base archives, Daniel found a yellowed photo of a young Martha, her unit patch redacted. Her record listed her as MIA, presumed dead in 1980. A lie, since she was very much alive. Sarah, meanwhile, uncovered a metal tag in the base library, inscribed Vanguard Rescue. The librarian, an elderly woman, whispered that unit operated in gray zones. Most records are sealed. Clara, sensing a cover-up, pushed harder, unaware that in Washington, Senator Charles Donovan, a former defense official, was desperate to keep Operation Shadow Pulse buried. The turning point came when Sarah found a flag in a recovered box of Martha's stolen medals, hand-stitched with 23 names her unit's fallen. Clara called for a formal inquiry, and Martha was invited back to the base with respect. Harper, stunned, protested, but Clara silenced him, pointing to Martha's patch. "Why does your jacket bear a Vanguard Rescue emblem no one's supposed to have?" Martha's voice was steady, "Because most of them died." The room went still. In a tense congressional hearing, Martha testified about Operation Shadow Pulse's 1979 mission to rescue American POWs in Cambodia. Ambushed, she led her unit through 5 days of hell, carrying the wounded and drawing enemy fire to save her team. General Robert Marshall, a retired officer saved by Martha, and Staff Sergeant Thomas Reed, another survivor, corroborated her story. Sarah presented the flag, its names matching classified casualty reports. Senator Donovan tried to discredit Martha, citing insubordination, but her response was razor-sharp. I refuse to leave my men or lie about their deaths. If that's insubordination, I'd do it again. A 1979 deposition from Sergeant Paul Carter, uncovered by Daniel, sealed the truth, exposing Donovan's role in the cover-up. The leaked memo hit the news like wildfire. Headlines screamed, "Army hid black heroine's valor to avoid scandal." Protests erupted at Willow Creek's gates, veterans and activists demanding justice. Harper, shaken by his father's revelation that Martha had saved his life, publicly apologized, vowing reform. In Washington, Clara faced the Joint Chiefs, defending her actions. "We buried a hero to save face. It's time to live our values: honor, integrity, respect." The Secretary of Defense agreed, forming a commission to right the wrong. 3 months later, at Arlington National Cemetery, Martha received the Medal of Honor. General Marshall placed it around her neck, whispering, "Thank you for bringing me home." Families of her fallen comrades embraced her, tearfully thanking her for preserving their loved one's truth. Martha spoke briefly. "This medal is for my unit, especially those who didn't return. Their names deserve to be remembered." The crowd roared in applause, soldiers saluting a hero finally recognized. The Coleman Act, ensuring merit-based recognition, passed Congress. The National Military Museum opened an exhibit on Operation Shadow Pulse, displaying Martha's jacket and flag. Sarah joined West Point's leadership program, inspired by Martha's example. Daniel's book, The Mission They Hid, became required reading at military academies. Harper, now a reform advocate, spoke at summits, admitting his shame and praising Martha's leadership. Martha returned to her quiet life, tending her garden and mentoring young soldiers. Sarah visited often, helping her start a memoir. The Coleman Foundation, led by Clara post-retirement, supported overlooked veterans. One morning, a girl in a future soldier shirt approached Martha. "My teacher says you're a hero. Can I shake your hand?" Martha smiled. "The real heroes didn't come home, but I'll shake your hand if you promise to be brave." The girl nodded, eyes bright with purpose. Martha's story spread out in schools, debated in barracks, celebrated in communities. It sparked a reckoning about who America honors and why. Her truth, once buried, now inspired a nation to confront its past and build a fairer future. Standing in her apartment, Martha looked at a photo of her unit, her fingers tracing their faces. The empty frame on her wall now held her memoir's cover, a testament to a legacy that would never be erased again. What do you think about Martha's story? How do you view the violence and injustice she faced, both in combat and in the cover-up? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Take a stand. Express your perspective, and let's discuss what justice means in a world that sometimes buries its heroes.